We're here with Leo Gray, a Tuskegee Airman, and we've just had the opportunity to watch the WASP documentary. Leo, it's a pleasure to meet with you, and we'd like to ask you what your opinion is of the new WASP documentary.
I thought the WASP movie was very, very good. As a matter of fact, I was extremely pleased to see Don Seymour, with whom I shared an audience up in upstate New York years ago at an air show. And we had quite a time together.
How exciting is that? Now, I'd love to have an opportunity to hear a little bit about your experience as a Tuskegee Airman. Just to meet one is such a great opportunity, so I feel very honored right now to have met you, and I'd love to hear a little bit about your story.
Well, I was part of the 100th Fighter Squadron, and I arrived over there March 14th, 1945. My first mission was scheduled to be to Berlin, which was portrayed in the movie Red Tails. But Major Madison, who had the airplane, my plane was number 2, he had been squadron operations officer before he got moved up to group headquarters. He wanted to go on the mission, and so rank had its privileges, so I got bumped. So I didn't get to go on the first mission, but I did get to fly a lost mission of the 332nd Fighter Group out of Catolica. As a matter of fact, on May 7th, that's the only mission that the 332nd flew out of Catolica. And that was the day the armistice was signed. Our task was to fly through the Brenner Pass. There was 4 of us, to see if they'd shoot at us. Fortunately, they didn't. And over Lynn's Airdrome, where we'd had a lot of dogfights, and we could see planes scattered all over the place. But interestingly enough, inside the mountain, I saw airplanes with the doors open. And they'd shut the doors when we went over to raid and so forth. But, you know, some people said, oh, that the war was over. But later I saw a portrait of Erich Hoffmann, who was one of the leading German aces, shooting down a Yak 9 on May 8th. So somebody didn't get the word.
Right. Now, much like the WASPs, of course, the Tuskegee Airmen had their own battle, and we've come a long way since then. How does that make you feel?
Well, I think the young men that participated in the Tuskegee Airmen experience, both pilots and support personnel, was the greatest aggregation of young black men ever assimilated in this country.
And how does it make you feel to see the progress that has been made since then until now?
Ecstatic. Yeah, we've been very, very proud. Out of the 355 red-tailed pilots that went overseas, 80 were killed overseas in the combat theater of operation. 32 were prisoners of war, and about 30 others went down but managed to evade capture and got back safely. There are 21 of us left as of this moment that I know of.
How did you feel when you got the call from John Anderson wanting to make a documentary film about the Tuskegee Airmen?
Well, he kind of slipped up on me. I didn't know what he was doing. I met him at an air show down at Tamiami Kendall Airport, and he asked could he come by and interview me. I didn't know he was a movie producer. And he came by and interviewed me, and then he said could I arrange for him to meet some of the other airmen, which I did. And then we were having a convention in Atlanta, and I arranged for them to go to Atlanta. The next thing I knew, he had me come to a filming down in Miami Beach, a Silver Wings Civil Rights, and it was voted the best documentary at the film festival. I was flabbergasted.
That's right. Well, congratulations for being a part of that.
Thank you.
And again, thank you again for your service to this country and for creating a pathway for other gentlemen and individuals that had to struggle through civil rights as you did, and making history.
Thank you.
And making it what it is today. We've come a long way, and you're part of that progress.
And we're still making progress.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.